Marika Walsh with the Globe and Mail. Congratulations, Minister. We've heard from many Liberals over the last weeks, both privately and publicly, calling for the government to make significant changes either to cabinet, to the administration, the staff in the Prime Minister's office, or to the government's policies. But the Prime Minister seems to be taking a steady as she goes approach. Do you think major changes are needed? And if you do think so, what do you think they should be?
This government, I think, has defined itself by its work on a daily basis for Canadians. I can think of, as I was talking about Seamus O'Regan, dental care comes to mind, a revolutionary and probably the biggest expansion of healthcare support in our history since Medicare. These are things that we acknowledge have come at a high rate of pace of change. These are also things that come as the world is in turbulent times. What we do every day is we wake up, my colleagues and I speak to a lot of my colleagues as well, and we are resolved to continue the work and continue on the path that we have set for Canadians. We understand, of course, there is nothing you can take for granted in politics. The honor of serving Canadians as their government is something that must be earned every day, and I detect a resolve among all of my caucus and cabinet colleagues to continue doing the work as we enter what will undoubtedly be a productive year, I think, a challenging year, and if we've learned nothing over the past few weeks, is what we assume to be true today in politics is not necessarily going to be true tomorrow.
Okay, can you just explain a bit more the approach of, quote, continuing the work? What does that mean? And if it is just continuing the agenda you already had, that was the agenda and the policy priorities that the people of Toronto St. Paul's looked at and said no to. So why is that the winning strategy?
I don't believe for a second that Canadians are judging dental care, whether it be dental care, whether it be a plan to tackle climate change, whether it be our supports during the pandemic, in a harsh way. I think that governments have a challenge every day to wake up and continue to offer solutions to Canadians. We will obviously continue to do that. We are very confident in the policies that we've set. We're also very confident that the contrast between our policies and the policies of our opponents is one that we will continue to make, and one that Canadians, I think, will bring into sharper relief as the year goes on. I've seen a lot of things in my career in politics. I've seen things go up. I've seen things go down. The one constant is that things change. What we assume to be true today will not necessarily be true tomorrow.
Mark Ramsey with the Toronto Star. Thanks for taking my question. Just kind of building off of what my colleagues have already asked, it sounds like you're saying you don't necessarily think there needs to be any major changes. Can you confirm to us that there won't be any major changes coming to policy or cabinet or anything like that?
What I can confirm is that I'm going to go to work this afternoon as the Minister of Labour and Seniors and give my very best effort on behalf of Canadians in that particular portfolio. I'm a part of a team as well, a team of caucus colleagues that wake up every day and try to do the work for Canadians. That work's going to continue. We are entering what will be a very challenging year, an interesting year, and a promising year, I think. And we all have confidence that the Prime Minister will guide us through that year, and that we will continue to offer Canadians the solutions that we've been offering them.
You've mentioned a few times saying that things change and what we assume to be true today will not necessarily be true tomorrow. Can you explain what that means in the context of your government right now?
Well, no. What was the expression? Events, dear boy, events. The fact is that in politics you can plan all you want. Things happen on a daily basis. I think we've seen a lot of them happen all over the world on a daily basis, even as we've entered the summer. So, of course, governments try to plan, manage, but also deal and have the agility to deal with events as they arise. And it just seems to me, as I'm sure it seems to all of you, that the number of head-spinning events that we've seen over the past few weeks has been quite remarkable, maybe unprecedented.